Welcome to the August Town Hall. We have some great things in store for you this month. This Town Hall is going to be good. Feel free to check the description below for specific time codes. So first up, Josh is going to be announcing a release candidate for V8. I think I just stole his thunder. Toby is sharing some of the latest and greatest features with RSC and SSR, including new quick start for you to try out. And DT is back with some new demos, this time featuring AI. So without further ado, let's get into it. First up, Josh with V8.
Hello everyone. We have a new release candidate for 8 major upgrade. So you can find information about this at community.redwoodjs or community forums, and it's currently pinned at the top here, V8 upgrade guide. So again, this is still a release candidate, so there will be some issues that we're ironing out, and it'd be great if you could help us spot some of those. So the first thing here is the changelog. So you'll see this will be a link to the GitHub release. There is a lot of commits in this release. The main ones, obviously, to watch out for when you're upgrading are the breaking changes. So they are listed here with their PRs, so you can really look and dive into detail. But what will be most of interest is the upgrade guide, looking through the various changes. The big thing here is we have drop support for the Webpack bundler. So in previous versions, we've had support for both Webpack and Vite. We changed so that Vite was the default, and now we have removed Webpack. So one thing to say is that if you are still using Webpack on V7, we highly recommend you do not upgrade to V8 yet, and instead you stay on V7, transition from Webpack to Vite, make sure everything still works well, and then at that point, transition to V8. I think that will offer the smoothest upgrade path for you. So yes, so to go through the breaking changes, there are many here. I won't explicitly go through right now in detail, but the most kind of obvious changes here are Webpack is not supported. We have upgraded just a minor version of React, but it is in your code, so you will have to upgrade your web package JSON as documented here. We've upgraded to Vite 5, so from Vite 4. So if you have any custom usage of Vite, for example, in your Vite config, you'll have to just make sure that you're not using any of the things that have broke from V4 to V5. Picture V3 is also upgraded. Again, we don't expect this to trip a lot of users up, but there is the opportunity now to upgrade. For example, the prettier plugin Tailwind CSS can now be upgraded. And we have some documentation here about it. There is a somewhat significant change to the class name on active nav links. So our nav link here, you might know it takes a class name, which is applied when it is not active, and an active class name, which used to be merged with your class names when it was active. Now it is one or the other. So when your link is not active, you will have class name. When your link is active, you'll have active class name. You won't have a mixture of both. So that is something you'll have to address in your app. We have barrel exports and exports from our web. So both RedwoodJS router and RedwoodJS web. If you have imported things from deep inside it, so for example in dist router or dist toast, that's no longer going to be available. You'll have to address those. So typically that will involve just removing the dist prefix. For toast, for example, you'll no longer RedwoodJS web dist toast, RedwoodJS web toast simply. Yes, and there are a number of other ones that are less likely to impact you, but are still important to note. And there's common troubleshooting as well. And if you do run into area issues, this is the exact place that we'd love to hear your feedback from. So just reply here. But yes, so to actually do the upgrade, so what I have right now is an example V8 app, V7 app, sorry. We have AI and RedwoodDev, and we'll see a standard blog app. Perfect. So let's upgrade AI and Redwood, upgrade TRC. Again, that command is listed at the top here for you to copy. So this is upgrade to the tag RC release candidate. So yeah, so we'll do some changes. We'll yarn install, and everything will be good to go. We look at what changed in our app. We have our package JSON. Again, this is just upgraded to the RC version. And for example, here, this is where I'd be doing, this would normally be T1, but now I'll follow out. For example, I'll go through here. I'll say, okay, need to be 18.3. Save, yarn to update these. Right, about yarn Redwood dev. Let's see, everything's set up. Perfect. Yes, so again, that will be the kind of route. If you go to the upgrade guide at forums, work through upgrades using the upgrade-trc command, and walk through the various upgrade guide here. If you run into any problems, please feel free to reply here on these community forums.
Super exciting, right? Next up, Toby on RSC and SSR.
Hello. Today it's just going to be a quick, short Redwood Bighorn React Server Components updates from me. I have been working on a new way for you to more quickly, easier, faster, better way to try out Redwood Server Components. So it's a new CLI tool. So start with NPX. Yes, it's NPX to make it easier for anyone to get started. We don't want people to trip up on Yarn. So NPX -y or dash yes, but -y to not have NPX prompt if you want to allow it to download and run, because we want it to download and run this new create -redwood RSC app command. And then finally, you just give it a location where you want to create your new RSC app. So I'm going to put mine in TMP, Redwood, Town Hall, create Redwood RSC app. And then you just press enter and that's it. As I said, I wanted to make this super simple, quick and easy. So there are no prompts, no options given or anything like that. It's gonna be super opinionated and give you a TypeScript React Server Components project with a Git repo initialized and all the Yarn packages that you need installed and everything ready to go. So as soon as it has downloaded everything that it needs, it's gonna give us the commands that we need to run next, which is basically just CDing. Yeah, there you go, CDing into the folder and then running the normal build and serve commands to get it up and running. And again, on the same theme of making things super simple, super easy, we have a new URL that you can go to. That's www.redwoodjs.com/quickstart. And there you will find the instructions to run this tool to get started with server components. What this also does is that we now include a more complete demo application. If you have tried server components before with Redwood, you have gotten a smaller application as the default template. Now we have it has the same base, but it's just more features added to it. We call it our kitchen sink test project. You get the whole kitchen sink now also when you run this command. We want you all to run it, give us feedback. Do you like this experience? Would you prefer more options? Full disclosure, I'm probably not going to add more options, at least not now. If you want more options, you can still do it the old way. But please help us find the right balance here, because in the future, obviously the current Create Redwood app application is going to give you an app that is RSC enabled or prepared for React Server Components. And we do want to hit the right balance between options and being opinionated. And also, another thing that we would like your input on is what kind of starter project or like getting started thing that are you looking for here? Do you want something more fully featured like the kitchen sink that I've changed to now? Or would you like something more like the standard Create Redwood app template, which is very bare bones. It has doesn't even have a home page, or something in between. And wherever you land on that scale, what do you actually want? Well, if you're on the super minimal side, it's easy. You don't want anything. But anything more than that, what are you looking for? What kind of project could we include as a getting started template here? It's also something that you can propose something and maybe contribute to us, and we can include it if we like it. Yeah, so our normal URL, redwoodjs.com/quickstart, and there you will get all the information you need to try this new command line tool to quickly try out Redwood server components. Thank you.
Pretty sweet, right? Next up, DT with a demo that includes AI.
Today I'm going to demo a Redwood Copilot chatbot using OpenAI and GraphQL streaming. In July's Redwood Town Hall, I talked about Redwood real-time with GraphQL. I demoed some live queries and subscriptions in the playground. Now I'm going to show how we can use GraphQL streaming and the stream directive to make a chatbot you can talk to about your code. Okay, let's go. There's three main parts of the chatbot. There's the codebase generator, how we use OpenAI, and then we stream back. In our code generator, we walk through your API and website and your database and your GraphQL schema, and we build a large markdown file that's your code base. You can see that here. This is what we've generated. So we created a table of contents with your toml, your GraphQL schema, your Prisma schema, all your libs, the logger, the entire code, everything here that's in your project. We're then going to send that code base to OpenAI. We'll make a system prompt that says you're a helpful AI assistant that knows everything about some of the technologies that we use at Redwood, and try to be nice and concise. The user message will say, use the code base that I just generated here, and we'll send the prompt. And you can see that the repeater is going to stream the response by pushing each little completion chunk back to the clients. That's done by the GraphQL streaming. You can see here that the completion will stream each one by pushing everything there. Okay, let's actually have a look at the chatbot UI, because he's kind of cute, I think. We've got some example questions here. Let's take a look. What does this Redwood app do? Photosynthesizing. The Redwood Copilot demo is a RedwoodJS application that demonstrates how to build a chatbot. Yep, that can answer questions about your code. See, I should have just let the chatbot answer this instead of talking. It does code-based generation, OpenAI integration, yep, GraphQL streaming, chat, and auctions module. Yes, there is, because in addition to the chatbot, this was based on the Redwood real-time demo app that has auctions and the chat room that I showed in July. So how does streaming work in the directive? Let's ask. Squirrel queries. How does GraphQL streaming work with the stream directive? Okay, in the provided Redwood app code base, GraphQL streaming uses the stream directive, which allows the server to send incremental responses. Yep. So we have a create chat completion query, and we're giving it in the chat input, and the chat input has a prompt and everything that gets sent, and then it handles the stream and streams correct. And the stream directive facilitates real-time updates by enabling the server to send partial responses back. Yeah, it's effective in chat applications where, yes, that's exactly how I'm using it. Now, how does the chatbot UI work? So the Redwood Copilot component has input handling, where users can type in a prompt and they press enter. It sends the response using a GraphQL use query, and then responses come back. And you can see the chat completion query uses the stream directive. And then when you send the prompt, it creates a nice random thinking statement and then executes the query. And yeah, that's exactly how it works. And let's see, what does it know about the database? Because I do have a model here. So we are using SQLite and Prisma, and there's just one model with a post, which is our example. And the post title needs to be unique, and the body is optional. Cool. So what else can I ask? Let's see. What does it know about cells? Does it even know what a cell is? So in the Redwood.js app, I've got 6 cells. I've got an auction, cell, auctions, post, rooms, codebase, and load file. Yep, the codebase cell is this cell here that you see to the left, which has that table of contents. So I've got 7 cells in my app. Did I enable authentication on this? I didn't. Let's see if it knows. It's not fully implemented. The require auth simply returns true without any real authentication. Yeah, yes, that's true. So it's just simulating, and so the application effectively does not require authentication at this time. This is true. And how would I make a new post, and what do you know about all my routes? Here are my routes. I've got a home, a view file, Redwood Copilot, alphabet, chat rooms, chat options, and posts, edit posts. Okay, not found, yes. And if I wanted to make a new post, what would I do? Okay, it wants me to import link and routes from the router and create a link that will then direct the users to the form that will create a new post in the new post. Nice. Where else can I learn about Redwood? We've got the official documentation, we've got our GitHub repo, we've got our tutorials, which are always excellent. Our Discord community forum is there, and then we've got our Redwood.js YouTube channel. So yeah, that's it for now. If you'd like to see a Redwood AI package in the future to help make features like this, let me know.
Thanks again for joining us for our August town hall. If you do anything coming out of this town hall, please take a look at Toby's quick start with RSE and SSR. Give it a spin so you can jump over using this QR code. And as always, don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll catch you again next time.